So can you tell very distinctly the difference between the kanji and the symbols?
Yes.
Yeah.
So for most people, the kanji are a written script that we can read, a newspaper. Yeah? But the origin of the kanji has nothing to do with reading the language. The kanji were made in China for doing rituals originally. And what we do with a Reiki symbol is something like a Reiki ritual. It could be the attunement, initiations, yeah? Or it could be a healing. It's like a ritual because we do something, so the usage of the symbols, and this is some kind of ritual work. And in ancient China, they also did rituals with those characters for divination, for example, also for healing, that you write the symbols on the top of something, or you write it on a bamboo and give it to the fire, that there will be a fulfillment of a wish. And it was possible to use some of those kanji not as meaning, but for rituals, to make aura clearings. For example, there you take the kanji of a dragon. So today it's just a word for dragon, but before, if you have an attunement in this, then you could use this dragon, paint it in the aura of a person or on a ghost house, where ghosts are, and then the dragon will go inside and all ghosts will fly out. Yeah. So this is very normal. So the idea that a kanji is just a word is very new in comparison to the age of the existence of the kanji. So this means those characters we have already 6,000 years. And the lesser time of the 6,000 years, so about 2,500 years, it's for writing. Yeah? And this is the difference. This means if we have kanji in master symbol and Honshazi Shonen, then we can talk about the meaning, but also about the spiritual aspects. It's both in one. Like syncretism, like Eileen said, there's Buddhism in a Shinto shrine and shamanism in a Buddhist temple. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is very interesting because it sounds like you're emphasizing there's an essence within each symbol. And would you say then that the practice of something that we would call ritual, what activates the essence? Is it our intention? Is it the merging, becoming one with? How is it that, this is viewed, say, with the beautiful rituals you got to experience with the monks at the temples? Do they draw them out as part of the ritual, or is it just the presence of the symbols being there?
We have been at a fire ritual in Koyasan, Shingon mountain, very famous. And I was also the translator for him from Japanese to English, and sitting almost side by side. And there we could see that he was using, for example, sticks to give them in fire, and he was writing with his hands the symbol on the symbols he used for this on those sticks. And the symbols he used were Siddham script. And this means in Reiki we have the Seiheki, and the root of this is one Siddham character, also called Bonji. So different names for the same thing. So that's, we can see they are handwriting the symbols in the air.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Maybe this would be now good when you show how to use the symbols in the way the monks do. So we could make a quick Reiki practice, how you can use the Reiki symbols on the partner, how it is done traditionally in Japan.
Okay.
Do you mean?
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Do you mean just with the hand or with the mudra?
Just with the hand, like it is done in the Reiki method, yes.
Yes. But also the monk was using the hand, but they're different.
Yeah, they have different mudras for the hand, but we will keep it very simple now that it's very easy that you can try it at home without knowing too much about mudras and all these things.
Yes, and I show it on you.
Yes.
And can you see us?
Yes, I'm gonna pin you though to make you bigger for everyone.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So it's quite easy. What I said before on those sticks for the fire, we can. So this is almost the same in the Reiki methods. That means I take my hands here, and now I would like to make, for example, an aura cleansing, and then I use a chakra. So I imagine the symbol here, and I use it with my hand, drawing it, and then I still visualize it, holding my hands, and say 3 times chakra, chakra, chakra. And with intonation of the chakra 3 times, it's of course my intention to activate it, but the way how I do it is an old method how it is done in Shingon Buddhism and in Daoist shamanism. So this is the same practice. And now I have the symbol, and the symbol draws energy, in this case from my hands to her, and I feel how it's getting warm. And so here's a lot of energy, and now I can, for example, switch to watching the energy system with my abilities, and so it's part of feeling and also watching and looking how something would fade away, for example, going down, or it's just being transformed by the big light of Reiki. Yeah? And for this is with empowerment possible, and I also could move a bit and feel. And this treatment would be finished when I feel that the aura gets so strong that it presses me away. Yeah, this is something what I can feel sometimes. Yeah, and another thing is, if I would say I would like to go on the mental and emotional energetical system, then I think, which symbol could be best for this? And then, of course, I use a seiheki, and also a chakra. That the energy will go straight to there, chakra. And then I could say energetical system of Eileen, energetical system of Eileen, energetical system of Eileen. And now I'm connected, and now this mental healing power and what it is, Eileen will tell us later, will go into the energetical system and is doing everything what is to be done. Yeah, and I still hold my hands here until I feel now it's good, or until I'm blown out of the room. Yes. And then I don't know. Yeah, then it would be finished. Yeah, and this is same what the monks do. But monks also have ropes, and sometimes they don't want to show, so they are doing some inside the rope. Yeah, but sometimes, like in this fire ritual on Koyasan, it was possible to see what he is doing, and this was similar to this also.
Thank you for sharing that with us. Yes, so it sounds like too, not just the drawing, you mentioned the intention that's tied into, but a big part of it sounds like for you is the observing of, like, the observation and kind of just sensing when everything is complete. And the only reason I bring this up, Mark, is because sometimes practitioners are unsure of what they're supposed to be doing when, say, working with a symbol. Like, they don't know if they should be intending that something specific is happening, but instead it sounds like you just trust that the symbol will do, or the energy will do the work, and you're just simply observing. Is that right?
And both is possible. So first step, I use the symbols, then I will observe to know what's going on, and to know how much Reiki is important, and to know whether I need something else, somewhere else, a symbol or something like this. But then beyond this, it's also possible to use the hands and the visualization and other things, that if something, for example, energy would be stuck, that it's possible to bring energy inside, or to make it flow, or to transform it, or whatever is important. And this observation of the energies is important for us to be able to know what to do in this individual situation. So if I only trust, then I'm just waiting. If I go inside and I look inside, then I know, okay, there he needs help. And then I go farther more here, for example. Yeah? So this is our specialty in Shingon Reiki, to work like this. It's trust, and also going with everybody, with the client, and not doing always the same to everybody. It's individualization.
That is very interesting. So I have to ask, before we go, because of what you were able to experience firsthand in your trip to Japan, and wanting to come and share so much with us about what you realized about the Reiki and symbols in day-to-day life, is there anything else that you want to make sure that we, as teachers and practitioners, really get to know or understand? Anything that you learned or what you were exposed to?
Maybe the Seiki and compassion and Kannon.
Yes, okay.
Talk about?
Yes. We talked now in our conversation sometimes about the mental healing symbol, and we also did this little practice. So maybe it's very interesting, because we in the temple you can find the older version of the Seiheki, and this is like your journey with the symbols started over 20 years, 30 years ago.
In the mid-90s.
In the 90s, yes. Because Mark came to a temple, and there he saw the symbol, and then he thought, oh, this is very similar to the Seiheki symbol. And
are you talking about the Hrih, or is it something else?
Yes.
Yes.
Would you like to show that while you're talking about it?
Do we have
I have an image of it. I can show it just in case while you're talking. Yes.
Yes. Ah, okay, wonderful.
Oh, yes.
That's great. Yes. Thank you so much. Yes. This symbol, it is very important because it is related to a very famous spirit. So there are different spirits which are related to this symbol, so you don't just have one symbol and one spirit. There can be different spirits, but in this case the Hrih is related to Kannon, and I have here, this is the bodhisattva of compassion. Here a card from a Zen monk. Can you see?
Yes.
And Kannon is very famous in Japan. So this bodhisattva of compassion, the Japanese people love Kannon. And I think that this was not different at the times of Usui. So I think this is a Japanese phenomenon, that they are very in love with Kannon, and you also can feel this in the culture. There's a culture of compassion where people are very, very friendly, and so I think that for Usui, Kannon was this idea of compassion and Kannon was very present and important to him. So that he wanted that the Reiki practitioners had a symbol which connected them with Kannon, and so he made the mental healing symbol so that we can use this to clear our minds and the heart, because this is what Kannon does in Buddhism. It is important that we clear the mind and the heart so that we can have a very good life, because otherwise there are many things which are not so good, and then it can be very difficult that we come to real happiness. And so in the mental healing symbol we have this relation to the bodhisattva. And of course, we can also use the symbol and all symbols and Reiki to other persons. So we see how important this idea of compassion is in Japan. So we use it for ourselves. This is self-compassion, and for other persons. And this is very, very important. And Kannon is has different forms. So in the card we see it's a normal person, but there is also Kannon with 11 heads, and then Kannon with 11 heads and 1,000 arms. And the Seiheki is related to the Kannon with 1,000 arms, because when you have so many arms, then you can do a lot of compassionate actions. And I think that this shows how important this idea of compassion is in Japan and for Usui, and also in Reiki. And it's not a difference between ourselves and other persons. So everyone needs compassion, and we should be good to ourselves and also to all other living beings, because we are connected.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love that. I think it's one of my favorite things about the system, because a lot of people hear energy healing and they think it's just laying of hands. But within the system, all of these beautiful teachings, as you say, like the purifying of our heart minds and being more compassionate, more loving, and recognizing this the presence of this life force in all things. I think even that gives us a different kind of awareness of how we show up in life every day. Yeah.